Hi, Coach Brian here with Cause Events, and welcome to Coach's Corner. We're getting ready to start a new year, so what I want to start thinking about is what do we plan for our new year? We have the typical New Year's resolution. We go out to a big party, we have a lot of fun, we say, I resolve I'm going to, you know what, those never work. Rarely, some do, I suppose, but very few of them work. But what I want you to think about is what, and this is the key, achievable goals can you set for yourself that you can do this year? Okay, it might be saying, well, I've been doing sprint triathlons. It's time to step it up to an Olympic or international event. Or maybe I'm going to finally knock out that 70.3. It may be I'm going to run my first half. Or I'm going to run a marathon this year. Well, whatever it is, set the goal, the realistic goal. If you have never run a 5K and saying, I'm going to run a marathon this year, you probably need to rethink that goal and say, let me scale it to something where I know I can achieve without getting discouraged and disappointed by progress or injuries. It's a building process. When we're doing these things, you can't just go, very few people can go to 0 to 100 just like that. There are those, and I'm not going to say they don't exist. They do. Those people that can say, I'm going to do this, and they do it amazingly well, and everybody else is shaking their head and saying, must be nice to be immortal. But for the rest of us mortals here, set yourself some goals. Get an idea of how to put together a training plan for yourself. For a 5K, it's not that complicated. You probably just need to go out and start walking, then run walking, and then running. 5K is 3.1 miles. It's not going to kill anybody except somebody that can't walk. So set some realistic goals for yourself. Maybe it's you want to land on the podium. That's a great goal. Put yourself in a place where you're going to almost guarantee your success. Find a race that you can do that maybe, because every race, it depends on who's going to show up to compete with you. So find a race that you think you could probably pull it off on, and then train for it. If it's, I'm going to do a triathlon, but I'm afraid of the open water. Well, find yourself some open water you can train in. Now, my friends, those of you in northern tier climates are going to have to start working out in the pool because we are in December. And open water, way up there in the north is probably not something you're going to be able to get into until you're into at least May. And then you're going to need a wetsuit. I remember I grew up in Washington State, and the water stayed cold pretty long. But we didn't go in the ocean or the bay. We went in the lakes. And the shallower the lake, the faster it warms up. So you can probably pull that off. But you're going to need a wetsuit of some kind, probably. Those of us down here in Southern California, in the southern tier states, California, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, you guys have a lot more opportunity to get out in the open water and train. And for those of you who have never been in open water, it is different. I can't stress to you, it's different. So if the first open water you get a chance to get into is a day or two before your triathlon, get out there and do that. Get in the open water. But back to resolutions. Don't make resolutions, make goals. Set realistic goals for yourself, and you have a better chance of achieving those goals. If you want to lose weight, learn how to lose weight before you start losing weight. Learn about the foods that you can eat to offset the ones that you probably shouldn't be eating. And then learn portion control. If it's running a marathon, learn how to run long distances. It doesn't come right away. You have to build for it. If it's doing an Ironman race, It's about putting all the components together and being able to execute it with a plan so you have success. Just finishing an Ironman race is an accomplishment of its own. So, like I said, set the goals. You're going to find that the goal setting is probably the most important part of a successful uh, resolution. And I don't even like the term resolution. It's you resolve. Well, best laid plans of mice and men come to naught. So we're going to look on setting some realistic goals for ourselves this year. So like, subscribe. If you have questions about how to achieve some of these goals, go ahead and leave me a comment. Also, my contact information will be at the end of this video. So have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you on the other side. All right.